Good evening, Mr. HJW coming at you. Now, the performance of Chris Brown bedazzled the crowd on the 14th of December, and I'm told that a second show is already ongoing as we speak. Now, I was really afforded an opportunity to be on the outside of the stadium whilst that particular concert was ongoing. Chris Brown, in his capacity, drew so many young people to his concert. And I should add that I was really mesmerized by the fact that these young people, in their numbers, tried their very best to make it to the concert. Some of them planned properly, while others were only thinking about the moment. I just want to get to the show. Now, I spoke to my daughter, and she's been planning the buying of their tickets for quite some time. She's been talking about it for months on end. And I should add that she even borrowed money from us and promised to pay us back. I'm not too sure about that. But what I'm trying to say is that, or let me give you an idea as to what I experienced last night. I dropped him off at 2:30 in the afternoon, as I was told that the gates already open at 4 o'clock. Now, I've been to the FNB Stadium before, during the 2010 World Cup, for those who still can remember. And I must say that when it comes to the transportation, do not go in your own vehicle, because it's jam-packed. There are bottlenecks. You will struggle to get in as well as to get out. So what certain individuals do in the planning is to make sure that they make use of the shuttle services readily available. Now, this year's transportation was available as I'm staying in the Boksburg area at East Rand Mall, and it cost 240 Rand per person, a return ticket. So what did I experience during that time? Well, I offered to take my children to the show, and knowingly that they would pay 240, I at least expected them to contribute towards petrol money. But I was unsuccessful in that regard, and my words to them were, don't burn your bridges. Now, with that said, I took them to the stadium. It was a hassle to get them close to the stadium, as security was relatively beefed up. But I got it right. And I just felt that I'm not going to travel all the way from FNB back to the East Rand. So I made it a point to at least spend some time in the Soweto area. I firstly went to Moponya Mall. I had an experience there of which I don't want to share right now. It wasn't a good experience, and I might share this at a later stage. From there, I went to Omonde. I spent some time there at a restaurant. I sat there for a couple of hours, went back to my vehicle, slept in the car. I bought myself some food. But I had to wait for them, because I know what happens at a stadium such as that. So many negative reports saw the light, and I couldn't allow anything to happen to these children. So I stayed for the whole day until 11:30 at night to 12 o'clock. I parked there with the idea that I want to be there for them and pick them up. It was a mission to get to them. My son got missing. In actual fact, he got lost, and we had to wait for him for hours, till the early hours of the morning. But these are the things that we're faced with. So I need to share with you what to do in a case, especially when you go to these big events. Planning is so much important. You have to plan. It's not just the buying of tickets. And my best advice would be is to make use of the shuttle services. This year's shuttle services, the cost was a mere 240 Rand from Boksburg, from Eastern Mall to the stadium and back. It's better to rather make use of shuttle services, knowingly that when you leave the stadium, you at least have transport. What I've experienced on the night is that people were looking for Ubers and Bolts and taxis to take them home. These vehicles were not allowed to get close to the stadium. In actual fact, most of them didn't want to enter that vicinity, knowingly that it would be jam-packed. So people were frustrated with the fact that no transport was available during that time. And I'm told as I'm sitting here that people had to wait until sunrise for their relatives to come up, because these e-hailing services were not readily available during that time. So it starts with the booking of the ticket. Once you've secured that ticket, make sure that you rather make use of these shuttle services, these buses that travel in and out from such an event. It's more organized. Make sure that if you do go with your own vehicle, rather to park it far away from the stadium, because it's a bit risky. The security personnel is not there to look after your vehicle, but rather to look after the safety of the individuals that are attending such an event, and of course the safety of the artist performing on the night. Mr. HJW signing out.